Don't you understand? I'm never changing who I am. This room never looked so lonely. This house doesn't burn down slowly to ashes, to ashes. It's time to begin, isn't it? I get a little bit bigger, but then I'll admit I'm just the same as I was. Now don't you understand that I'm never changing who I am? It's time to begin, isn't it? I get a little bit bigger, but then I'll admit I'm just the same as I was. Now don't you understand that I'm never changing who I am? All right, guys, don't mess up graduation, okay? No pressure. Don't be a cheap back. Don't be a cheap
The naughty gossip and friend, the fooling loxy vidare, was neues Achsen nicht gelernt. Singt alte liebe Lieder, singt alte liebe Lieder. Die naughty gossip and friend, der Frühling lag sie wieder, was Neues hat sie mitgelernt. Singt alte liebe Lieder, singt alte liebe Lieder, liebe Lieder, liebe Lieder. Liebe Lieder. And not
you need an email address. I just opened that. I'm going to hand it over. Step back.
Great. All right. Just tell you that now. I'll sit over there.
Testing, testing. All right. Cool. Welcome to AIT's Class of 2014 Commencement Exercise. Now cheer. Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Amen. You may be seated. Ooh. Good evening, Mayor Martin, Dr. Hamilton, Mrs. Olson, I need to move this mic, parents, teachers, graduates, AIT's D1 debate team, and of course, Ms. Herrera and Ms. Obis. Congratulations to the AITE Class of 2014. We actually made it. Go Rams! I want to thank you for nominating me to speak on behalf of you. I'm 100% sure you will regret it. What makes me so honored about speaking in front of you today is that I represent one amazing class, filled with nice, down-to-earth, honest kids. I would call them ladies and gentlemen, but I know them way too well. In all honesty, our class is a family. Even if you were that kid that hated the entire senior class, I will tell you with confidence that so many people in this class have made an impact on your life. Now, the number one thing that I've learned that families do is give you very unwanted advice. So here I go. Let me tell you about what it really means to graduate. It means you should take the education you received at AITE and use it in the everyday world. I'm not talking about who the 13th president is, but the important things, the life lessons you have taken away from your 4 joyous years here. Because as my boy Albert Einstein once said, education is what remains after one has forgotten everything he learned in school. Remember the important things like jumping through railings is not a great idea. And if you actually stress out at AIT from classes, you can go relax in the heated pool on the 4th floor. Now, I think that there are 4 objects that describe our 4 years at AITE. When I think about our freshman year, it reminds me of the exact mindset I have when I see a Rubik's Cube. Where do I even start? What is the right move? In school, we all try to slide and maneuver the pieces together in the right order to give us a great base for our success. And in all honesty, about 20 people in our class had a plan and knew what they were doing freshman year. The rest of us were just toying around and hoping to God they actually did something right. Sophomore year, well, it's kind of a literal translation. It means having a lack of emotional maturity. If you think about it, a dunce hat is the most accurate representation of our attitudes during sophomore year. We didn't exactly make the smartest decisions. In school, we did, though. Junior year was like an SAT book. It was confusing, it was boring, tedious, felt never-ending, and as the year progressed, it only got harder. But as the preparation and work paid off, senior year, but all the preparation and work paid off. Let me try that again. Senior year, the best of all 4. The most accurate representation of this past glorious year is an 18-year-old age wheel of cheese. It represents the careful process it has taken us as students to refine our personalities, attitudes, and bodies to become the beautiful minded stallions that we have here before you. What was really amazing about AIT throughout my 4 years is that even when I actually went to class, I had a great time at school. And I give all the credit to my senior class because we always kept it weird. Yeah, girl! See, AIT gives you the opportunity, the chance to be great. If you want to build the Iron Man suit, you can do that. If you want to build an herbal cigarette company, you can do that. You can do that because you have been bred from AITE. And as AIT grads, we surpass the prior giants, Nobel Peace Prize winners, and pioneers. AIT grads simply succeed. We have such a great bond as a class. We have fought and we have made up. We have cried and we have laughed. We have hugged Mr. Daniels and wept in each other's arms. But through everything we have done it together. We have not fallen apart. We have not turned our backs. We have opened our arms and we have opened our minds. And we did this for each other. I love you all so dearly, and I ask you to extend this beautiful bond we have to the amazing people you will meet in your future endeavors. But it will be hard to recreate the magic we had here at AITE. Let's extend this family. Congrats to the class of 2014. Yeah, girl. Now may I present to you AITE's chorus, led by Miss McFadden. Oh, it will now sing It's Time by Imagine Dragons. Me too.
Just what you meant when you said that you were spent.
Now it's time to build from the bottom of the pit right to the top. Don't hold back. Packing my bags and giving the academy a rain check. I don't ever want to let you down. I don't ever want to leave this town.
Oh, it's time to begin, isn't it? I get a little bit big. I'll admit it's the same as I was. Understand.
Oh, this is where you fell, and now you're left to tell. Love has been done, right to the top. Don't look back. Burning the right, and giving it your body to raise. I'll never let you down. I'll never leave you sad.
Cause after all, the city never I get a little bit bigger, but then I'll admit I'm just the same as I was. Now don't you understand? I'm never changing who I am. It's time to begin, isn't it? I get a little bit bigger, but then I'll admit I'm just the same as I was. Now don't you understand? I'm never changing who I am. This room never looked so lonely. This house doesn't burn down slowly to ashes, to ashes. It's time to begin, isn't it? I get a little bit bigger, but then I'll admit I'm just the same as I was. Now don't you understand that I'm never changing who I am? It's time to begin, isn't it? I get a little bit bigger, but then I'll admit I'm just the same as I was. Now don't you understand that I'm never changing who I am?
Thank you. Let's hear for the AITE chorus again. Good evening and welcome again, as Noah said, to the 2014 commencement exercise. I'm Tina Rivera. I'm the principal of AITE, and I'd like to congratulate the class of 2014. We are going to continue our ceremony with hearing some remarks from our invited guests, beginning with the Honorable David Martin, who is the mayor of the city of Stamford.
Hang on just a second. They're complaining behind me because I am a little taller than some of the speakers. I heard an oh no back there. Listen, this is really a great, great day. I think you already know that, so that's not new news. But I wanted to tell you graduates something about what's going on here. I was a parent. I had a couple of young ladies go through the Stamford Public Schools. They graduated. And what's happening right now that you're kind of aware of is that there is an energy back in the audience. It's an enormous amount of energy. In fact, if our scientists could figure out how to tap into this energy, I mean, we wouldn't need to use electricity or oil or anything. And that energy is coming from your parents and your friends and your family. And I call it the energy of pride. They are so proud of you, it's almost uncontainable. And when I say almost uncontainable, I'll tell you another little secret. Now, they may not show it, but sometime when you're not around and maybe they're on a backyard barbecue or maybe they're watching the TV, they're going to be thinking about your graduation today. And they are going to well up with emotion that is so great that little teardrops are going to pop out of their eyes. They are going to cry out of joy, out of your success and their pride of you. And I can trust me, it's happening right now. And some back there know it, but it's going to happen, and it may not happen. It may happen tonight, it may have happened yesterday, but they are very proud of you, and they deserve to be proud of you, and you deserve to be proud about that. So I want to tell you just a little bit. I'm not going to get all religious on you here, but one of the commandments is, thou shalt honor thy mother and father. Now, a lot of people think that that means you're supposed to do what they tell you. And that's probably a good idea. But most religious scholars don't think that's what it means. And there is a little bit of debate among scholars about what it means through all the translations. But I'll tell you what I think it means. What I think it means is that you are to live your life in a way that makes your parents proud of you. You give them honor. And that's what you're doing right here, right now. You have done that. Congratulations. And if there is any wisdom or advice that you'll remember from my brief remarks, it is this. As you go through life, if you can just continue as you make decisions, and some of these decisions are going to be hard, I think in most cases you'll know what the right thing to do and wrong thing to do, but there are going to be some tough decisions in life. But if you go through life making your choices and decisions in a way that continues to make your parents proud of you, then I think that you're going to turn out great. I think that all of our America will turn out great. And so I ask you, we are extremely proud of you, but I ask you, go forth into the world, young men and women, and live your lives in a way that makes all of us in Stamford proud of you. I know you will. Thank you very much. Congratulations.
And now our next speaker, please help me welcome Lorraine Olson, the Vice President of the Board of Education.
Thank you. I'm a lot shorter than him, not a little. Welcome everyone here. I'm Lorraine Olson. I'm Vice President of the Board of Education in Stamford. And I want to congratulate everyone that's here tonight. The graduates, you've worked very, very, very hard to get to this big milestone in your life, and this is a big milestone. And I want to congratulate the parents. your teachers, and your friends, because you didn't get here alone. You all had help getting here, because this is one of those milestones that took a long time and a lot of hard work, and we do forget to thank those that helped us along the way. So I want to congratulate everyone here tonight for achieving this wonderful milestone tonight. I am a parent as well, and I did have all three of my daughters go through Stamford Public Schools, and I know that as a parent we invest all of our time, our energy, our life into our children, and we put so much energy into their academics and going to all their school events and all of their homework and, you know, sports events and dance recitals and everything else that our kids do. And then suddenly one day after this big chaotic life, our kids graduate and they go off into this wonderful adventure, a new journey for them, and we're left home empty nesters. And we're scared and they're having a great time. So this is a new adventure for all of us when graduation takes place. But my daughter, when she graduated from high school, she had to write an essay about her educational experience. And she told the story about when she was going to kindergarten, the night before kindergarten, and she was really scared. And so I went into her room and I lay in her bed beside her and I rubbed her head and I said, honey, don't be afraid. There's 25 kids in your class and only one teacher. I'm sure your teacher is more afraid than you are. And she got through it. She got through it. And then the night before middle school, she was afraid. So I went in her room and I lay in her bed beside her and I rubbed her head and I said, honey, don't be afraid. There's 125 kids in your COG and only one teacher. I'm sure she'll be more afraid than you are. And my daughter got through it. Then the night before high school graduation, I went in her room. I figured I'd keep up the tradition. Went in her room, and I laid down her bed beside her, and she sat up in the bed, and she pushed me right out on the floor. She said, Mom, get out of here. I am not afraid. You are. I'm done. And I was afraid. I was afraid. And then I realized that Stamford Public Schools had given my daughter everything she needed to be an adult, to step out on that new journey the next day when she graduated. They had given her confidence, self-esteem, strong academics. She had made wonderful friendships that she would keep for lifelong. She had wonderful mentors. She had had life skills. They had given her everything she needed to be a successful, independent adult. And we have given all of you those same skills to become successful adults. And this is what's going to happen to you when you graduate tonight. You will all have all those skills you need to become successful adults. So as you leave here today, I want you to always make sure you have positive role models in your life and make sure you have good friendships. If you have people that support you in your dreams, you will be a positive, successful person. And also, always remember your roots. You are graduates of Stamford Public Schools. This is the best school district in the world, and you are the best graduates there are, and you've had the best education you can get. You are the best, and don't let anyone tell you different. So I congratulate each and every one of you, and I wish you the most success you can ever have.
Okay, and now we will hear remarks from our Superintendent of Schools, Dr. Winifred Hamilton.
Good afternoon, students, parents, staff, Mayor Martin, Board of Ed Vice President Lorraine Olson, Jackie Heffman, members of the central office staff, your new principal, Tina Rivera, and assistant principal, Claudia Opus-Laguerre. First and foremost, congratulations to our graduates. You've made it, and thanks for inviting me to speak today. Your graduation theme, and I know you do this every year, and it's always a challenge, is change. I thought that was an easy one. So what has changed since the class of 2014 started school? The class of 2014 emerged as the post-email generation for whom the world is routine and technology is just too slow. Your class has never found a Kia or Hyundai unusual on the interstate. You have 500 cable TV channels, of which you probably only watch a handful. The new norm is digital, has always been in your cultural DNA, and you probably have never written in cursive, and you use cell phones for wristwatches, which I have one, so you probably never need one. And you know, I was thinking about some of the people that you might know in movies or whatever, and I was thinking, and I mentioned to somebody, I bet they only know Clint Eastwood as a director and not Dirty Harry. And someone said, who do you think? You think they know who Dirty Harry is? Or Clint Eastwood. But anyway, you can find out about that later. The America that you have inherited is one of soaring American trade and budget deficits. Russia has presumably never aimed nukes at the United States, and China has always posed an economic threat. But you are armed with iPhones and Blackberries, of which making a phone call is just one of the many functions you will perform. You're a generation accustomed to instant access, and according to several researchers, your average attention span is 2 minutes plus your age. So, while some of the mathematicians in the audience are figuring out how long have I gone beyond your attention span, I'll return to the theme of change just briefly and the lyrics of someone who you certainly have heard of, Michael Jackson. And his lines for The Man in the Mirror, which we've all certainly heard, is, gonna make a change for once in my life, gonna make it right. I'm starting with the man in the mirror, and no message could be clearer. I'm asking him to change. If you want to make a world a better place, no message any clearer. Take a look at yourself and make that change. And I was asked, what you're really lucky about is I didn't try to sing that. So that's as good as it gets. So as we reflect, reflecting inward before we start talking about outward change may be a good starting point for you as you begin moving on to your next career aspiration. But as I would be remiss if I didn't mention about the world may be changing all around you, but as you acquire prestige, and I know you will, and accolades in college and your career, please remember what Marion Wright Edelman said, and I paraphrase, everyone has a stake in making the world a better place for the next generation, away from selfish lives and consumption toward commitment to others. The quality of the future depends on our actions and how we help to change the world for the better. At the beginning of the year, in my opening convocation of all Stamford Public Schools, we talked about a 4-letter word that can be used in and around every audience. That 4-letter word was grit. Grit is used to describe passion, pursuit, and perseverance in spite of challenges. We'll all need that, and I'm sure some of you have used it along the way to get you where you are today. So to the class of 2014, today wraps up your Stamford Public School career, all 2,353 days, counting snow days. Your diploma is your ticket to exploration, adventure, challenges, and lots of change. May it be a safe and exciting journey. Congratulations.
Thank you, Dr. Hamilton, and guests for speaking. It has always been our tradition at this time to recognize members of the senior class for various accomplishments. So at this time, the PTSO and other faculty and staff members will present some of our seniors with scholarship awards. We'll begin with our co-presidents of the PTSO, Peggy Erlingcotter and Shelley Zielinski.
Thank you, Ms. Rivera. Congratulations to the class of 2014. You're great. On behalf of the PTSO, I'd like to wish you all very well in your future endeavors. And just a few reminders. Always look on the bright side, try something new, cultivate kindness, love a lot, give back, and eat your vegetables. Now it is my pleasure to present the following academic and spirit awards on behalf of the PTSO. These awards are made possible through the fundraising efforts of the PTSO and donations from our generous families and friends. So thank you. Our first award is for exceptional ability in math, and that goes to Brian Cheng. Our next award goes to the student with exceptional ability in engineering, and that is Sebastian Valderrama. Our next award is for exceptional ability in multimedia, and that goes to Orion Cows IV. Our next achievement award is for exceptional ability in history, and that goes to Spencer Aronstein. Our next achievement award is for exceptional ability in world languages, and that goes to Marilyn Santos Reyes. And we have another award for world languages. Exceptional ability goes to Samuel Michelson. Our next achievement award is for exceptional ability in English, and that goes to Kayla Kendall. Our next award is for exceptional ability in business, and that goes to Eric Mojica. Congratulations. And we have a second award for exceptional ability in business. Goes to McHenry Turnier. Our next award is for exceptional ability in music, and that goes to Melanie Jones. Our next achievement award is for exceptional ability in science, and that goes to Elizabeth Couture. We have a second achievement award in science, and that is for Claire Rutz. And we have a third award in science, and that goes to Colleen Adams. And now I'd like to award some awards for AITE Community Spirit, Spirit of the Ram. And our first one goes to Christina Kao. Our second Spirit of the Ram Award goes to Anna Maria Sisi. Our next Spirit of the Ram Award goes to Ann Johnson. And our final Spirit of the Ram Award goes to Destiny Ruffin. Thank you.
I'd now like to introduce Mr. Richard Friedman, who is the manager of Garden Homes of Stamford.
Good afternoon. It's a pleasure to be here. Congratulations to the class of 2014. Garden Homes is a local real estate business based in Springdale, and annually through our foundation, the Garden Homes Fund, we provide scholarships to students who have demonstrated a hunger and a passion for learning over their 4 years of high school. The scholarships are provided to graduating seniors from all 3 of Stamford's public high schools. And I'm pleased to announce that this year we will be awarding 62 scholarships, of which 9 are AIT students here today. And the recipients are Alexander Amboise, Linda Rivera, you'll receive a letter in the mail. I didn't. I don't have any tokens today. Octavio Avila. Congratulations. Ray Nieves. Shomla Bagum. Sharon Davila. Selena Delgado. Roxolana Kashmarska. And last but not least, Seren Setak. Congratulations to everybody and good luck.
And now we have some AITE faculty and staff who would also like to present some awards, and we will start with Mrs. Jeannie Lauer.
Congratulations to the class of 2014. It's a milestone for all of us, and it seems year after year it's wonderful to see how the class grows. And it's been a pleasure to have so many of you in my classes. Go Cisco. I think I'm one of the only teachers that has the benefit of having students for more than 1 year, because I do teach consecutive classes in accounting and in Cisco and run the virtual high school program. So we have a few awards. One is to an outstanding accounting student presented by the Connecticut Society of CPAs, and it goes to Anisha. Anisha is on her way to Rutgers to study accounting, so we're pretty happy with that. I have 3 awards for 3 young men who have put up with Cisco for the past 2 years, have taken the certification exam, are going on to college for engineering or math, one to California, one to Texas, and the other is staying local. And it's been a pleasure to work with them, to deal with them, to have some go on to be interns within the city of Stamford. And I wish them nothing but the best of luck in their future. So if Chris Mercarcio. Stay there a second. Brian Chang. And Kashane Rankin. They have put up with a lot, including a complete new curriculum this year. So last year was one half of a curriculum, this year was new, different, but they struggle through it. So best of luck to you guys. Now it's my turn. There you are.
Thank you. Yeah.
And Anisha, come back up. I forgot to give you something. Sorry about that. There you go. Okay. And I have one other student that has been with me for 3 years. And we talk a lot about personalization, and that is one thing that we do here at AITE. And the student's been in virtual high school with me. I have mentored her. She has helped me get through some tough times because I always look forward to seeing her smile. So if Colleen Adams would come up, please. I am presenting Colleen with the Girl in Technology Scholarship by me. And she's off to New Haven.
Okay, and now we're going to hear from Mr. Remus Bryce.
Congratulations to the class of 2014. This is always a bittersweet moment for me. Because as much as I like to see you go ahead, I'm going to miss so many of you. So many of you who have spent so much time in my classroom, but not a minute in my class. And I think of Ann. Ann, you're there, Ann Johnson? I just thought I would tell you this because I got a note. You remember a couple months ago how hard you worked to help our friend while he was sick and sign all the cards and get all this stuff done? And he left me a note. He didn't have the decency to buy me a card, so he left me a note in this. But I'm going to read it. And he said, Team North. Okay. A lot of you won't get it yet. I got another note from an anonymous person called Chrissy, and this is how she started. That's what teachers got to put up with. Bryce, you don't have a yearbook, so I'll sign this. You've been my most influential teacher, and you think she would buy me a yearbook? No. Thanks a lot, Chrissy. And unfortunately, this is where my kids left the notes for me. But I'll keep this for a long time. Mishra, thank you very much. This one was a little more painful. It said, I just came to tell you that I'm mad at you. Signed, Anisha. What did I do? I forgot her birthday. I had to remind Anisha that I have 6 kids. Yes. And I don't remember their birthdays either. But it's been a good 4 years. It's been a good 4 years. Some of you I have real good memories of, and some of you just go away. And kids taunt teachers too. You know, like I have this student who always reminds me how many redheads there were in the White House. And I don't know why he does that, but he started just last year. I'm going to be 63 this year. And I think this you'd like to share with me. All my kids went to Stamford public school system, and I would like to report, Mr. Mayor and Superintendent Hamilton, that my last daughter graduated med school this year. This is a tribute to one of the best high school districts in the country. We're not perfect, but I think we're doing a very good job. I just like to leave you with two I don't like to call it advice, but I'm just going to remind you. It says, as much as we plan for the future, and I know we do a very good job planning for the future, we never get to live in the future. Any single accomplishment or success in your life must be achieved in the grinding reality of the present. So live today, achieve today, enjoy today. You can never recover your past, and you will never get to live in the future. Your life begins and ends today. And let me continue by saying our living only exists between the possibility of tomorrow and the memory of yesterday. We can plan for tomorrow, we can never live it. We can reminisce about yesterday, but we can never relive it. And so as you go on to college and accumulate debt, I want you to remember one thing. Some of you may have scored differently on the intellectual scale, but you all have one thing in common, and the most important ingredient to your success you all have, and that is time. Use your time wisely, because the only time lost is the time not used. I hate to do this with Miss Hamilton here, because it looks like every time she gives me a raise, I give it back. Still need it. So let me make one announcement before I do this. In the last 2 years, I've participated in this Dollars for Scholars of Stamford, and I like what they are doing. So beginning next year, I will extend the scholarships to 5 instead of 1, and it will be open to only AIT students in the medical field. Okay? So I'd like you to know that. For those of you who are in your first and second year, nursing particularly, I would like you to consider reapplying to Dollars for Scholars Stamford, because there's going to be some money specifically for AIT students. Okay, the first award goes to a young man that I've had so much admiration for. He just works so hard, so diligent. And I can say that of so many of you, but I could only give so many awards. And this year I have decided to give a financial award to Chris Macario. Yeah, but this is not free. Chris has to demonstrate to me that he can maintain a 3.0 GPA, and I know he can do a lot better than that, so I let him off the hook. So once he has demonstrated that, the award is yours. Just stay there. Now, the Kayla Kendall, I don't know if you know who she is, but I was thinking of asking the state to give us some kind of deduction for whatever. But since she's graduating, I think I could hold off on that. So I'm going to give Kayla a $1,000 first year incentive, and the instructions are in here. Now, some kids just show up anyway. They just show up, and sometimes because they think they think I speak Creole, so maybe I look Haitian. They'll just show up. But I'm a Caribbean man, so I speak all kinds of things. I've had the pleasure of having Annie participate in every activity in my classroom except take my class. So I think Annie has been one of the more improved students over the years, and she has demonstrated that by participating in the high school partnership, and she has done extremely well for herself. So Annie, there's a little something here for you. Annie Deneville. You know, one of the best compliments a student can pay to me at this point in my life is to say to me, you sound just like my parents. And usually when they say that, I get the feeling that I'm doing the right thing. They don't think so though. And I've heard that so many times from so many students. And parents should be proud of you. But this young lady went a little further. Not only that I sounded like her parents, but I sort of looked like her dad. But she's been an extremely diligent student. She's worked extremely hard. And she's going to Stony Brook University. And what a success story I think she will be. None other than Manuela Porcher. A lot of you may not know this, but last year I lost my son. And at the funeral ceremony, there's a young lady from AIT who participated with the choir. Any? I got used to seeing her in the hallways with her headphones, and I always try to wonder, what the hell is she doing? And when Miss McFadden started the choir, she did the solo part, and I forgot for a minute that I was in a funeral. And Cheyenne, her voice has never left me. Okay? So Cheyenne, I hope you could use this to buy a lot more and better headphones. So this is for Cheyenne Record. These are these are all good people. But the last award goes to a young lady whose story is too long to tell. But at my age, I think that one day maybe I might end up in an emergency room. And I'm always concerned that when I get there, I can see someone in attendance who graduated from AIT. So I've encouraged Ms. Santos to pursue a career in the nursing field, and this is what she's done in the last 2 years. She has met every college prerequisite so that she begins her clinical rotation in September. And I'm going to give her a 2-year book scholarship worth $1,500 until she finishes her nursing. She needs money and she needs a hug. Okay, that's okay. This concludes my presentation. I wish you guys well. I hope you come back to see us here at the AIT and bring us some good stories. Thank you very much.
So yesterday at graduation rehearsal, the seniors offered me some advice, and they said, Mr. Rivera, don't cry. I didn't think I'd be crying this early. Thanks, Remus. We're going to continue our presentation of scholarships with another member of AITE's faculty, Mr. Andrew Palmer.
Wow. It's great to see you guys. Congratulations, 2014. I'm so excited and so proud of you all. Well, this is the first year, so hope I don't make any mistakes. This award that is being given today is called the W.R. Palmer Cultural Diversity Scholarship. It is named for a man that is near and dear to my heart. He pushed me to break the mold and do my personal best, to struggle and to improve in my schooling while in the pursuit of excellence. W.R. Palmer is my father. His story is one of really, really tough achievement, and I think that it's echoed in each one of you. When you look around and you see all of these faces that are from everywhere, be impressed and amazed at who you are and where you come from. You won't see this everywhere else. I was shocked when I got to my university and we only had 4% black students. 4, which went down to 1. Remember what a blessing it is to see people from all over the world striving to get ahead, so that when you end up working with them, you won't be fazed by their cultural differences. You'll accept and probably know a lot about it already. This award is for the student that we believe that has promoted diversity throughout AITE while achieving academic excellence. We all know who it is. They have achieved a 3.89 GPA. They have participated in multiple dances and performances and made us all come to expect cultural growth and fusion at every major school event. They are National Honor Society and Spanish National Honor Society. Sí, se puede. They tutor their peers and help others to achieve excellence as they have. They've ensured that we all appreciate the beauty and wonder of a nation that's both far away from us and is also very near and part of our everyday life. For all of us who have been deeply impacted through studying Spanish or by the Bollywood Club, let's congratulate Ann Johnson. We salute you. It includes a scholarship to help with the first year, but we expect many, many great years and many different hats. Congratulations. You're very welcome. Thank you for your time, and hopefully next year we can do 2. Let's see. Work hard, juniors.
And now I'd like to introduce Miss Amanda Harmon from our school-based health center, who's here to present an award. This is Miss Harmon's last year in the school-based health center, but she wanted to be here to present the award.
Congratulations to the class of 2014. I've been working in the social work field now for 12 years, and this has been by far the most wonderful place that I have ever worked, with all of the faculty, the administration, most importantly, all of you guys. Each year, Family Centers gives a Promising Future Award to a graduating senior who has utilized the services at the school-based health center. This year's recipient has worked diligently at creating positive changes in many facets of his life, and we could not be more proud. We truly believe that he has a bright and promising future ahead of him. This year's recipient is Dylan Melendez.
And now our president, our vice principal, Mrs. Obiselguer, will present the Paraeducators Association of Stamford Award to 2 students.
Hello. This year I entered into a new adventure, and first day of school was quite scary for me as your assistant principal. But you all, each and every one of you, with a nod, with a smile, with a hug, with a what are you doing here kind of look, all welcomed me and opened your arms to me. So tonight I say much success on your new adventures. The Educators Association of Stamford is proud to award 2 scholarships, each in the amount of $500, to 2 outstanding AIT students. Since you were in kindergarten, paraeducators have been working alongside you and your teachers in the classrooms, to support you in your work and giving you the extra help and attention you may have needed along the way. Today, you have rewarded us with your success. Congratulations to both of you, the winners of the Paraeducators Association of Stamford scholarships for academic achievement and service to school and communities are Christopher Macario, and Marilyn Santos Reyes.
Okay, and last but not least, I get to present a few awards. The first awards that I'm presenting are from our annual Lord and Taylor Scholarship fundraiser. And each year we present this award to 2 students, usually a young man and a young lady, who stand out amongst the crowd. And that's pretty impressive considering we have a lot of standouts in this crowd. So I think you will agree with me, however, when I call up these 2 students, Pavel Bure and Cody Ann Montague. They really have a unique sense of style. Okay, in this next group of scholarship awards, I'm going to actually have somebody help me present. And this scholarship was founded last year when Paul Gross retired, and through the generosity of one of our AITE parents, he helped to establish a scholarship fund on his behalf. And each year, faculty, parents, PTSO replenish the award with donations. So here to help me present the awards is Paul Gross.
Thank you, thank you. Sit down. Well, it's really a pleasure and honor to be here, and I thank the class of 2014 for inviting me to participate. When you think about it, we first met in September of 2010 right here when you were so little. And look how far you've grown. So I extend my congratulations to each of you. It's been a pleasure to watch you grow, and I'm sure that success will follow you. And I hope that you'll remember that you did it here in our school, which is a very unique and special place. So without any further ado, Ms. Rivera, we've been doing this for years. Let's continue.
So the first recipient of the scholarship is Erica Gambino, and it's for recognition of her performance as an outstanding scholar athlete. The second recipient, who's receiving this award for his outstanding academic achievements, as well as his service to AITE, we're really going to miss him because he's really saved us many times for presentations, everything with his technology experience. He's also been an intern for our city of Stamford, and this award goes to Chris Macario. This next young lady is winning this award for her commitment to serve our country in the armed forces, Miss Tangi Mason. And the final recipient of this award is receiving this award for her outstanding academic achievement and her community service, Linda Rivera. These are mine. Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, that's mine. Sorry. She's not related, but I would be proud to have her as a daughter. Okay, and my final awards, which I'm presenting tonight, are AITE's Principal Awards, and they're for outstanding service. At a recent administrators meeting, we were talking about when people come into the office, visitors, you know, sometimes, a lot of times they're nervous. Maybe it's the first time in the school. Maybe they're coming in for a reason where they're a little upset. And having people who can greet you and be pleasant and outgoing and welcome you is really important because it really calms people down and makes them feel welcome. Now, we do have an amazing office staff, and I think they, yes, Susan and Penny. Yes. And I think they've been excellent models for the students who we're recognizing this evening, who also have been wonderful in representing AITE and helping out in the front office. So 3 students who we're recognizing for outstanding service are Melissa Heerman, Casey Minogue, and Pia Reyes. Congratulations. Okay, and now I'd like to introduce the second speaker who the class of 2014 elected to speak. I guess she needs no introduction, but Kayla Kendall.
All right. Mayor Martin, board members, Dr. Hamilton, Mrs. Rivera, Ms. Obis, faculty, family, friends, and finally my fellow seniors, it is an honor to speak on behalf of the senior class on such a momentous occasion. Thank you for inviting me to share a few remarks and reflections. This morning, I woke up late, and actually, I wake up late every morning. This morning it was different though, because I didn't have to run down the hill from my house to catch my bus, which I probably would have missed anyway, and proceeded to Snapchat about it on the way downtown to catch the city bus. Instead, I woke up from a nightmare that I hadn't graduated from high school, but I'm here, so I am graduating. For a majority of this day, I have been overwhelmed with emotions. At this very moment, I am excited, I'm nervous, I'm scared. This is not an emotion, but my hands are shaking, my hands are sweaty, and I'm just a mess. And I'm also a little sad, and I imagine that all of you are experiencing the same emotions as this is our big day. Although my hands are shaking and my heart's beating 1,000,000 miles per minute, I gotta tell you that it's an amazing mix of emotions. I keep replaying memories in my head, things that come to mind when I think about how the last 4 years have transpired. The change I've seen in each of you from freshman year until now, and the countless moments spent in the senior lounge rapping G-bars. Mr. Bond's daily recitation of the Pledge of Allegiance that can... Sorry. Mr. Bond's daily recitation of the Pledge of Allegiance that can be heard everywhere from his little corner on the 3rd floor. Mr. Donnelly walking down the hallway saying, "Yeah!" And the silence that filled the senior lounge as we watched Ms. Coopering come in to lecture us about how loud we were being. Now, we came in as freshmen, new pencils, new clothes that we had laid out the night before, wandering aimlessly in circles looking for the classes on our schedules, trying to be the same as everyone else, wanting to fit in. And as we graduate today, and as we graduate today, we're probably missing a few pens and pencils, courtesy of Iman. And some of us have replaced our back to school or new clothes from freshman year with pajamas and sweatpants. And we wander aimlessly, but not because we don't know where our classes are. We know exactly where they are. And most of us can either say that we have given up trying to fit in, we could care less, or we just have grown to accept that we're all different and we're supposed to be different. We are mature enough to understand that being the same is overrated, and that the world is not changed by those who seek to conform. In the same way we have learned to accept that we are not all the same, we will ultimately change the world in different ways, our own ways, based on how we differ. I'm standing amongst future lawyers, artists, journalists, surgeons, architects, physical therapists, and I haven't covered half of what I believe my fellow classmates have the potential and capacity to become. Each of us has the potential and capacity to lead a meaningful life. And although meaningful is an ambiguous word, and the meaning and the meaning of our lives depends on what we decide is important. Our ultimate impact on the world relies on our understanding of what our ultimate purpose is. We must take the time to learn what is important to us and for us, follow our dreams until they have been fully realized, to be passionate about our lives and everything we put our minds to, and live compassionately so that our light shines even in the darkest of places. And lastly, since all of that seems like it's a lot to do, I'd like to talk about time management. We've got about as much time as all high school graduates have to make a difference. And just like every high school graduating class across the state, in the country, and even in the world, we have to decide how we're going to use that time. Remember that senior paper? The one that everyone knew about at the beginning of senior year and didn't finish until the night before each deadline? Life isn't like that. You can't just sit down and complete life in one night. It takes hard work, dedication, commitment, ambition, and passion. So before you say to yourself, oh, I'm only 17, or I'm only 18, or 19, or 20, or you get it. Remember that the deadline is much closer than it appears, just like the objects in our side view mirrors. And nothing great was ever accomplished alone. We'd like to thank all the teachers, administrators, guidance counselors, parents, and everyone else that helped us get here. Thank you to my dad for attempting to take my phone from me when I was supposed to be doing homework. And even though you never got it, I understood what you were trying to do, trying to help me complete my work. About 2 weeks ago, I was on my way to get Chinese food, and my mom, I said to my mom, I said, I don't know if I'm going to mention you in my speech. And I was just kidding. And she says, well, if you don't mention me in your speech, I'm going to throw stuff at you while you're on stage. But no, I was definitely just kidding. And I'd like to thank my mom for caring even when I don't. And I'd like to thank my guidance counselor, Mr. Antonis. When I was writing the speech, I was thinking of words to describe her, and it seems like a pretty simple word, but I only come up with the word amazing. And everything that she does and has done for me over the past few years. I'd also like to thank my academic coach, Josie Singh. I don't see her, but yeah, I'd like to thank her for being with me through everything for the last 2 years. And I'd like to also thank Ebony and Ivory, Mr. Roberts and Mr. Bogard. They said that if I shouted them out, they'd hook me up with something after graduation, so I'll be waiting. I'd also like to thank Ms. Bisegli, because you are my guidance counselor, but you've always thought of me, or you called me into your office and told me about different opportunities that you thought would be good for me. And when I got called and received the award for English, I could only think of one teacher, and that's Miss Yates. I believe that her AP English, Language and Composition class in junior year helped me a lot with my writing, and I appreciate her being a hardworking and dedicated teacher. And I'd like to thank Mr. Bryce for sharing his words of wisdom and also sharing his food. He bought Danny and I pizza yesterday, so. And finally, to the class of 2014. For what it's worth, it's never too late, or in our case, too early, to figure out what kind of mark you're going to leave on this world, what kind of difference you're going to make, or how you're going to influence people, or influence lives. Don't wait too long to figure out what your destination is. I hope you make the best of the time you have, and I hope you see things that startle you. I hope you feel things you never felt before. I hope you meet people with a different point of view. I hope you live a life you're proud of. And if you find that you're not, I hope that you have the courage to start all over again. Thank you, and congratulations to the class of 2014.
Okay, before I introduce members of your senior class who are going to make the presentation of this year's senior gift, I'd like to introduce someone who's worked with you for the last 4 years to help you have the most successful prom ever. But also just be there for you. So without further ado, Mrs. Florina Maturi.
Class of 2014. Create and set a foundation above all. Achieve, dream, and reach for the stars. Success isn't too far. As you move ahead to tomorrow, think about today and the past 4 years. A step or 2 or 3 can make the mile. Understand that the journey ahead of you is another chapter in your life. Whether you're off to college, trade, or employment, remember you determine your destiny. Thank you for a wonderful 4 years. You guys have been the best. I wish you lots of success. I would like to call up Anna Maria Sisi, Bridget Collier, and Destiny Ruffin to present the senior gift.
Over the course of the past several months, my fellow class officers and I had a bit of difficulty deciding what should be the legacy of the class of 2014 through the means of our class gift. Of course, one of the most important experiences in high school is prom.
That is why when we discussed our class gift being something that would help benefit those following in the path behind us, we had no hesitation with complying with leaving the remainder of our class funds to the class of 2018, or as you guys know it, the incoming freshman class. Destiny, you have to come too.
Undoubtedly, the experience the class of 2014 has here at AITE was one of the best. With the help of our amazing class advisor, Ms. Merte, we were able to host great events as well as host one of the best proms AITE has ever had. This experience is one we enjoyed and will carry on with us for years to come, and we want the class of 2018 to be able to say they had just as a great 4 years as we did.
Along with our class gifts, we also have 3 surprise gifts for some people who deserve to be acknowledged and rewarded for all the time and effort they put into our class. The first award goes to Ms. Maturi. Ms. Maturi, the class of 2014 would not be here this evening if it weren't for you. You are a brilliant, extraordinary, and inspiring teacher and advisor. Over the past 4 years, I'm sorry. sorry. Over the past 4 years, you have been nothing but wonderful to us. Although some of us are bad at showing it, the class of 2014 honestly felt both blessed and grateful to have someone like you as our class advisor. I'm sorry. All of the senior events, especially prom, would not have been pulled off without you. You had so much patience and love towards our class and spent countless hours working to make sure our senior year would be one to remember. Thank you for all of the learning experiences, invaluable guidance, time, dedication, and hard work you have put into helping support us. You are the best.
The next person we would like to acknowledge is Mr. Peterson. Thank you for making yourself a part of our class. Throughout this year, you attended every single one of the events the senior class has hosted. It did nothing but just put us along the way. We would also like to thank you for working so hard with the yearbook class to make such a great yearbook. We are thankful for all you've done for us and for being so helpful.
Jesus, I keep shaking. You're welcome, it's fine. And finally, we would like to acknowledge Mr. Weston. Although you like to work behind the scenes, you deserve to be recognized in front of everyone for all that you have done for our class. Between making sure everything was perfect for our fashion show, donating tuxedos to the senior class for prom, the slideshow you made for all of the guests here to watch tonight, as well as making sure tonight's commencement was available through live stream for those who weren't as fortunate to be with us all tonight. You constantly go out of your way to make things possible, not only for the senior class, but for the entire school. You always make sure the job gets done perfectly, and we are very inspired by how passionate you are with accomplishing everything. Thank you so much.
We will now give this check to Ms. Rivera for the class of 2018.
Okay, so from the very beginning of Noah's speech up to just now, you heard how wonderful and amazing the class of 2014 is, and I think you've also seen that. But the class of 2014 will always hold an extra special place in my heart because you're the first class that I get to deliver a commencement address to. So I will try to take your advice and hold back the tears, but I will begin. Good evening, Mayor Martin, Mrs. Olson, Dr. Hamilton, and other invited guests, as well as AITE's faculty, staff, family, as Noah said, and friends, but last but not least, the class of 2014. The senior class chose the theme, Shift Gears, Change History, for their yearbook, which I thought was highly apropos, as this year can best be summed up by one word, change. Change often makes people uncomfortable. The uncertainty of not knowing what to expect can be downright frightening at times. However, fear, uncertainty, and discomfort can also be an individual's compass towards personal growth. And after all progress is a result of change. In September, when I delivered my first address to you as interim principal, a title which has also changed, I told you this would be a year of great change. New administration, new teachers, new Common Core state standards, new rules, to name a few. Many of you wondered how these changes would impact you, if at all. Tonight, as I deliver my final address to you, I can attest to the fact that you have all demonstrated personal growth by successfully adapting to these changes. I can also assure you that you will soon be facing a series of new ones. Change is the one constant you can count on. Take a look for a minute at your peers around you as an obvious example of this. 4 years ago, when you sat in the same auditorium as freshmen, you were younger, smaller, shyer, quieter. You were also cute and innocent. What happened? Now you are older, larger, more confident, a lot noisier, and hopefully somewhat wiser. How did that happen? Over the past 4 years, you have changed hair color and hairstyles. You've changed courses many times. You've changed girlfriends and boyfriends to the point where I don't even try to keep up anymore. You changed your minds countless times. And you also changed from immature freshmen into more thoughtful and mature young adults. It has always been the mission of AITE's faculty administration to provide you with a multitude of learning experiences which will help you gain the skills and knowledge that you need to be successful in the challenges of a dynamic and ever-changing global community. In addition to your teachers, your first teachers, your parents and guardians have not only witnessed your countless changes, but have also played a significant role in your preparedness to navigate these changes. They, like us, are proud of what you have learned and accomplished. Remember to thank them for their encouragement and support. Lifelong learning will be the key to your ability to navigate the inevitable changes you will continue to face during your life's journey. Here I am reminded of a book which I read by Douglas Thomas and John Seeley Brown titled A New Culture of Learning. The basic premise of the book is that the leaders of the 21st century are going to be the ones who ask the best questions which lead to outcomes and affect change. True learning, they say, occurs when a student's passion, creativity, inquiry, and critical thinking are fostered and mentored. Noah not only touched upon this fact and the fact that this type of learning does not just occur in the classroom, he is in fact a prime example of this premise. Sparked by his passion to come up with a healthier alternative to cigarette smoked by his father for years, he and fellow AITE classmate McHenry developed a product called Herbellos, a product which has the potential to change the tobacco landscape. It is precisely this type of learning that affects change. I would like to conclude my remarks with a quote which also has really resonated with me from the same book. Learning in an age of constant change simply never stops. In the new culture of learning, the bad news is that we rarely reach any final answers. But the good news is that we get to play again, and we may find even more satisfaction in continuing the search. It is my sincere hope that you will continue to play, to search, and to learn from your successes as well as from your mistakes as you face the changes which lie ahead. I wish you all health, happiness, and the very best. Keep learning. Congratulations. And thank you. And now, Mayor Martin, Mrs. Olson, Dr. Hamilton, and assembled guests, it is my great privilege to report to you that every one of these students sitting before you has all met the necessary requirements of the state of Connecticut and the Stamford Board of Education and are indeed graduates of the Academy of Information Technology and Engineering. Now, let us meet each one of our graduates.
Lucas Abbott. Colleen Adams. Anisha Advadi. Alexander Ambrose. Samuel Andrade. Laura Michaela Angels. Lois Anual. Spencer Aristine. Octavio Avila. Przemysław Bambinski. Michael Barnaba. Shamla Begum. Tanzine Begum. Leora Bell. Ari Birkin. Christina Berlage. Kristen Barrios. Glenn Bollinger. Noah Bartz. Lamont Brown. Olivia Berkeley. Elaney Burchard. Pavel Bure. Kevin Callie. Thomas Capo. Charles Carucci. Maria Castellanos. Erdis Castrovillari. Christina Kao. Anna Maria Cece. Jason Chow. Brian Chang. Sadaf Chowdhury. Jaren Ren Chick Tok. Bridget Collier. Kendrick Constance. Victor Constanza. Richie Conti. Haley Cooper. Alexander Corrado. Manuela Corcho. Lorenzo Corso. Jonathan Council. Orion Cows. Anai Coit. Victor Day. Frank Dellenbert. Sharon Davila. Selena Delgado. Andrew DeLuca. David DiNardo. Annie Dennerville. Iman Das. Brian Doyle. Caitlin Eckert. Amaranta Elder. Janelle Fabre. Jeremy Fields. Anthony Franco. Alexander Friedman. Erica Gambino. Eric Garcia. Tiago Garcia. Lydia Girage. Shandu Goli. David Green. Robert Gugluski. Madison Gwen. Daniel Hamilton. Melissa Heerman. Christopher Hendrickson. Morgan Henry. Kenji Husakawa. Matthew Earfrati. Michael Earfrati. Skylar Earfrati. Akish John. Ann Johnson. Melanie Jones. Kenrick Joseph. Roskalana Kosharska. Hannah Carlett. Kayla Kendall. Elizabeth Couture. Colton Larkin. Richard Lee. Brittany Lindsay. Alexandria Marcarelli. Christopher Macario. Tangi Mason. Wilson McAlarney. Jada McLaughlin. James McLaughlin. Dylan Melendez. Samuel Michelson. Casey Minogue. Missar. Eric Mojica. Cody Ann Montague. Parker Morrissey. Justin Nemchek. Ray Neves. Daniela Nike. Michael Ostachevsky. Kelsey Perry. Eric Bernard. Franco Pons. Kevin Patako. Janina Puno. Dipthi Raganathan. I'm sorry. Christine Ragudos. Kishane Rankin. Ayush Rathor. Cheyenne Reckford. Pia Suzanne Reyes. Lathan O'Brien Reynolds. Nikki Riley. Zachary Rilling. Sophia Rinaldi. Alana Reardon. Daniel Rivas. Linda Rivera. Nathaniel Roman. Carlos Romero. Destiny Ruffin. Claire Rutz. Marilyn Santos Reyes. Alfonso Chanella. Paola Serrano. Roberto Serrano. Devin Solomon. Mark Soralus. Lindsay St. Fleur. Dante Statham. Danielle Steer. Evan Stelly. Connor Stevenson. Sanjana Shusov. Sean Sweeney. Delilah Tapia. Brianna Tarzia. Stephen Teplica. McHenry Tanier. Taylor Thomas. Melina Tianova. Sebastian Valderrama. Julia Vallejo. Onyx Valdez. Vincent Vadola. Amy Vong. Bartos Wallace. Nyasha Watkins. Skylar Weiss. I got it. I got it. To Saint Williams. Nicholas Wilmont. Vanessa Wilson. Isaac Whitland. Lawrence Yancey. Sky Zengis. Brandon Zazima.
Okay, seniors, stay standing, please. Ladies and gentlemen, it is with tremendous pride that I present to you the graduating class of 2014. Kayla and Noah will lead the graduates out to the hallway. Thank you and have a great evening.